The Disney Plus Willow series was a complete disaster from the beginning. People were not hyped for this series. It came out and got absolutely destroyed by users. And then, of course, Disney decided to take it off of their streaming service because of the lower viewership. But now Warwick Davis is coming out talking about how embarrassed he is, and he doesn't even know what to say about the terrible things that Disney has done surrounding this show. I have a few different things that I want to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or via YouTube memberships. Now, I feel like every time I turn around, there is someone that was involved with this project complaining about it. We have had writers and producers saying how awful it is that Disney took it off their streaming service. Now we've got Warwick Davis coming out and saying how embarrassed he is that Disney did this. Now, I did not like this Willow series, but I did like the original Willow film. I have a lot of nostalgia and love for it. Warwick Davis is a good actor, do not get me wrong, but every time an actor or a creative comes out and attacks a company for being so cruel and so mean, it just makes them sound whiny because, yeah, they're a company. They don't actually care about you as a person. They care about the amount of money you can make them, and when you have proven you can't make them the money they expected, they drop you and they move on to the next project. It's something that most people can see, but some of these actors just can't. It says Willow Season 2 is not happening, and star Warwick Davis doesn't know what to tell the fans. This has been a debate for so long because it was reported months ago after the show was taken off of Disney Plus that there wasn't going to be a season 2, and then one of the producers came out and said, oh no, there's still a chance there's a season 2, and they basically called us all liars for believing the rumors, and now it's official that there's obviously no season 2, and we're seeing Warwick Davis come out now and complain and say, how could you do this? There's people who have a love for this. And again, I have a lot of love for the Willow film, but this show was just so bad. The costumes were awful. The sets were awful. A lot of the actors were very poor choices. And then you get into the story decisions that were made, and it just, boggles my mind that they thought that this was going to work. They tried to make it this very DEI driven series. You have lesbians, you have people of color, and that itself wouldn't be an issue, right? If they could do this in a way that felt natural, in a way that did not feel forced and like they were just going down a list and checking off each box. But unfortunately, that is what this series felt like. It felt like behind the scenes, they went, we need X, Y, and Z. We need this type of person, these two type of actors, and we need them to have a certain story, like a lesbian romance. Like, we need to have that in this. It just did not feel authentic in any way whatsoever, and people just did not like it. And then you get into them changing around characters like Sorsha and Warwick Davis's Willow, fighting and arguing and bickering and basically hating each other. Like, that is just not how you draw fans with love and nostalgia into a new series. And they really wanted this to be kind of a bridge between the older, more nostalgic fans, but also a newer audience. And this series picked up with absolutely no one. No one liked it. No one ended up falling in love with it and clearly watching it. But Warwick Davis took to his 664,000 followers on Twitter to offer he is embarrassed in regards to being questioned by fans why they can't watch the series. First of all, if you are a fan and you know that it's not on Disney Plus, you should know that it's not up to the actor, right? He has no control over it. So asking him is just like a slap in the face, like, oh, hey, why did Disney hate your series so much? But he said, I meet lovely people on a daily basis who are fans of Willow, who are the reason the Disney Plus series was made. Please tell me, Disney company, what do I say to these subscribers when they ask why they can't watch the series anymore? You can tell them that it was bad. You can tell them that they clearly didn't watch it enough in the first place. I mean, what kind of answer do you want? Clearly, he's doing this to create a scene, right? Because Disney or whoever was working with him at Disney isn't talking to him anymore, isn't responding to him, or else he could have just messaged this individual, emailed them, gave them a call, and then would have gotten the answer instantly. So clearly, he is, not really in contact with anyone at the company right now, but he's doing this to cause a scene, to get attention. It's another actor being a whiny, egotistical person like, my series was great. Why did you guys take it off? What am I supposed to tell the fans? Well, Disney clearly viewed it as there weren't enough fans. The people at Lucasfilm who did this are clearly going, yeah, it just didn't pick up with audiences. And again, we have heard so many people on this project come out and complain about it and complain about Disney. The Willow writer John Bickerstaff had described the series getting removed from Disney Plus as absolutely cruel. I personally don't. Yes, it is a shame because I'm sure that there were some people on this project who were extremely passionate about it. But at the same time, you can't expect them to keep up content and keep paying residuals for content that is just not getting views or they feel is just a waste. They're all complaining that Disney took this off, but their complete lack of self-awareness is mind-boggling. Disney has been destroying franchises one after another, yet they don't view this content as a problem. They need to wake up, smell the coffee, and realize why it failed. It's because of awful storytelling and political narratives being shoved into all of these shows, and this messaging has become the only thing they care about, so the stories are terrible, the characters are terrible, and these actors can't see that because they're so involved in the project. And while this franchise isn't massive, this is a character that Warwick Davis played all the way back in the 80s, so his investment and political leanings are blinding him, the producers, and basically anyone involved in this show that's upset it's gone. Disney should have never greenlit this in the first place, okay? The show should have never been made. They shouldn't have wasted the time and the money, and they only have themselves to blame, and Warwick Davis needs to come to some awareness of what the damn problem is with this show. And we knew that it wasn't profitable from the beginning. This was an article back from December 2022, almost a year ago. Willow ratings are the worst for Disney Plus. It says, according to Samba TV, only 481,000 households watched Willow in its first 5 days of release, and that is with 2 episodes released, meaning it was the lowest viewed premiere on Disney Plus. This is why the company did not want to stick by it. This is why it's not getting a season 2. Honestly, it didn't even deserve a season 1, just looking at the contents of this series. It's a shame that, of course, they continue to try to milk nostalgic franchises, beloved characters, and they do the least amount of effort possible. And Willow was just another unfortunate victim. I don't have really any hype going forward for anything Willow related. I mean, I didn't really for season 1 either. I was gonna give it a chance, and I did give it a chance, right? I did watch it. But I'm sure that in the future they'll try again to reboot it. Maybe, we'll see other actors on this project come forward now that Warwick Davis has come forward. But I think that unfortunately Willow is just kind of a dead franchise at this point, at least for the foreseeable future. Season 2 is definitely off the table. Disney has absolutely no trust, no confidence in this, and Warwick Davis is acting like another typical whiny actor, going to social media, being furious with Disney for removing it and for not doing a second season. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.